to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you can see from my surrounding, I'm not in London. I'm in Italy at the moment. I'm visiting my mum and dad, and I thought I'd do another what I eat in a day Italian edition. I honestly really like watching what I eat in a day videos. I know they might seem a bit like, I don't know, a bit lame sometimes, but I just find them very entertaining. I don't know why. But anyway, this video is gonna be slightly different from the previous one. If you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you know that I've been to Thailand and Cambodia in the month of February, and since I came back from Southeast Asia, I had these really annoying pimples, which, can you see them? I think you can, maybe, on my forehead. And I know they're very small, by the way. I'm aware they're like, you know, almost irrelevant, but I never ever get pimples on my forehead. So for me, you might think I'm overreacting or I'm overthinking it, but for me, it's definitely a sign of my body saying, hey, what's happening here? My skin is very prone to breakouts anyway. It always has been, and I guess that's probably how it always will be, but I definitely think there is something going on. And yeah, so I had a facial on Wednesday before I came here. I basically decided to, you know, give it a go. I'm a bit skeptical about facials. Sometimes I feel like they work, sometimes they don't do much, but she was actually really good. And I also had quite lots of blackheads on my nose, so I did a little bit of like cleaning anyway, and she was actually good in the sense that she didn't try to sell me a bunch of products as they normally do when you go to have facials. She actually said maybe you should consider taking probiotics, maybe your digestion might not be 100% since your trip, and it's something which I actually been thinking about it as well. Although I feel like I'm eating really healthy, I would say 90% of the time, there is definitely something which I can improve, especially if my skin is kind of like keep breaking out in a weird way, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna try to be extra healthy and eat even more fruit and vegetables, especially vegetables, for the next 4 to 5 weeks. And I'm also gonna take, as you've seen already, some daily probiotics, and I really try to stick to it because I'm very bad at taking supplements consistently. So I have to try to get into the habit of taking probiotics every single morning when I wake up. And yeah, I don't really believe in detox or cleanses. I don't know, I feel like, oh, I don't know, I feel like they don't do much, or I don't know, it's just temporary kind of like effect. So I'm just gonna try to be sensible and just try to really eat a wholesome plant-based diet where I just pack in lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, try to avoid vegan junk food or too much processed food, too much sugar, too much cakes, and you know, all that beautiful delicious stuff, but which sometimes is not the best thing for your skin. But saying that, next weekend is my birthday and we're going to Berlin. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna make an exception for that because Berlin is literally one of the best vegan capital. I have a huge list of vegan restaurants I want to go to, and it's my birthday, so I'm gonna make an exception for that weekend. I'm not gonna, you know, stress about and trying to eat a salad when I can have an amazing delicious vegan donut in Berlin. But apart from that, definitely the focus for the next few months is to try, especially now which is spring, summer is coming, is the best time to eat more salad, more juices, more smoothies, more wholesome, delicious, nourishing, skin friendly, plant-based foods. So apart from this huge intro, I'm just gonna walk as I normally do when I'm in Italy. I'm gonna do about half an hour walk in my woods, and then I'm gonna show my dad's veggie patch, which you probably have seen already if you follow me on Instagram, and then I'm gonna make some breakfast.
We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need right here. Make me sing.
that over there, it's my mom and dad house, and the other two houses are my neighbors. But yeah, pretty much in the middle of nowhere. And this is my dad's veggie patch #1. He's got another one at the back of the house. So there's still not much going on. So there is rockets over there, onion. These are fava beans, which are almost there, and also peas as well are almost there, but I don't know where they are. And the yellow thing are just basically the flowers of purple kale. So he's gonna have to replant purple kale for next winter. But yeah, that's my dad's garden where he grows all the vegetables that he eats. Pick up some greens for my green smoothie. So this is all charred, so it's completely edible, and I can still use some of the leaves of the purple kale as well. Got more chards over here. Yes, these are like green chards, so they actually have quite a mild taste, I would say, and they do work really well in smoothies. Breakfast time, so I'm gonna have a smoothie. So I'm gonna use the greens which I picked in the garden. These are some flax and chia seed ground up together. If you don't have a very strong blender, I'm using this one, which is good, but I think it's better to grind the flaxseed especially beforehand, unless you obviously buy them already ground. I'm gonna blend with a little bit of almond milk. I got some frozen banana. These are some frozen berries from my dad's garden last summer. So I've got strawberries and I've got cherries, and that's gonna be my breakfast.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for.
In this video I also want to show you how to make a very delicious gluten-free bread, which I used to make ages ago, and then I kind of like go out of the habit of making it. It's very wholesome, it's super healthy, it's got lots of really good whole grains, and it's gluten-free. For the bread, you need to soak all the grains beforehand. So here I'm soaking some buckwheat. I've got some pumpkin seed and sunflower seed, some quinoa, some amaranth, which is like a kind of almost like a superfood. It's very high in protein, it's got so much goodness, and it's a gluten-free grain as well. And here I've got some ground flaxseed, which I just ground in a kind of like a spice grinder, and we're also gonna use some chia seed as well to kind of like bind it together. I will obviously link the full recipe in the description box so you guys can check it out, but let's go and make some bread. Okay, so I've drained and rinsed the buckwheat. You want to make sure you rinse the buckwheat properly because it tends to go a little bit slimy when you soak them overnight. And then we're going to blend it in batches in a food processor. So actually not blend it, blitz it. I won't be able to fit everything in this very small food processor, so I'm just going to do it in batches. If you have a big food processor, you can obviously do it in just one go. So this is the kind of mixture that you want. So it's like a porridge consistency. So I'm just gonna scoop it out, put it into a large bowl, and I'm gonna blend the other half. Okay, so this is the buckwheat mixture, and then we're gonna add the flaxseed, the chia seed, some water, some extra virgin olive oil, some apple cider vinegar, some bicarbonate of soda, and some salt. mixture. We're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes. So the chia seed and the flax seed will kind of like help getting it thicker and yeah, a little bit more substantial. And then we're gonna add the other ingredients. So I've drained the quinoa, the amaranth, the sunflower seed and pumpkin seed. The mixture is ready, so we're gonna add everything, but we're also gonna reserve a little bit of this mixture, so we're gonna sprinkle it on top and it's gonna create like a nice crunchy crust. Make sure you use some baking paper, otherwise it's really gonna stick to the bottom and it's not gonna work. We're just gonna sprinkle the remaining mixture on top and that should give it a nice crunchy crust at the end. The bread is looking amazing. I'm very happy with it so far. Hopefully it's gonna taste good as well. So we're gonna leave it in the tin for about 10 to 15 minutes and then we're gonna take it out, put it onto a rack to cool down completely. Ooh, yes. I think it looks pretty good. I think the consistency is good to be completely gluten-free, grain-free, and even flour-free. Let's give it a go. You know what? This is good. I'm actually quite pleased. Maybe it needs a bit more salt. But the consistency is really good. And this is lunch. I know it's very simple, but I've got some computer work to do, so I'm literally need something really quick. So I've got some carrots, some of my dad's homemade sauerkraut, and some of my dad's radicchio with some nutritional yeast, extra virgin olive oil and lemon. And here I've got my lovely, amazing gluten-free and grain-free buckwheat, quinoa and amaranth bread, which I'm obsessed with. I'm definitely gonna remake it in London. If you guys make it, please let me know. I think you're gonna really like it. And I just put some hummus on the base, and then I just put some more sauerkraut and carrots. I'm literally just keeping it very simple because I just need something quick and filling, but this bread is super filling. It's packed with protein, healthy fats, so it's like a proper superfood bread. And that's it. That's my lunch.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away.
Dinner time. I'm making something quite simple for dinner. I'm just gonna gently stir fry some mushroom and some asparagus in some tamari sauce, and then I'm gonna make some kind of like chickpea flour crepe omelette kind of thing, which if you follow me on Instagram you've probably seen them plenty of time before, but I thought I'd show you how to make them as well.
Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss.
The mushrooms are cooking. I just added in the asparagus. You really just want to cook them for like 10 minutes in total, depending also on how cooked or al dente you like your vegetables. But yeah, and then I'm gonna just make the chickpea crepe. Okay, so the veggies are cooked. I'm just gonna use the same pan for the chickpea omelette because this pan is a non-stick pan and that's really important, otherwise it probably will stick to the bottom. So I'm just gonna put all the veggies onto a plate and move on with the chickpea crepe. Okay, so you also want to make sure that the pan is slightly oiled. That's again important. You don't have to use tons of oil, just a little bit, so that will definitely help the crepe not to stick to the bottom.
Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out.
Okay, so the omelette is ready to be flipped. Unfortunately, I only have this thing here, which is not silicone, so it's like super rigid. So I think I'm gonna use the plate technique to flip it, because that thing is definitely not working. To get the crepe is perfect. That's the kind of consistency you want. Sorry. Here I've got some hummus, which I made earlier. I know that chickpea and chickpea might sound weird, but trust me, it's really good. You can also use guacamole or some kind of like vegan cream cheese. I've got my pan-fried vegetables, still munching on my salad. Yeah, this is a planned feast. Last thing which I'm probably gonna have tonight is just an herbal tea. I have no idea what herbal tea is, like one of my mom's one. And then I'm also gonna have some of this dark chocolate. This is 70% dark with a bit of ginger. And I had a piece, actually, I forgot to film it today after lunch. But it's so good. Really, really like it. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna have for today, I guess. That's it, guys. That's all I've eaten today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm just trying to kind of like go back to basics and just make sure I incorporate lots and lots of green vegetables, healthy fat, and tons of water, and always remember to take my probiotics in the morning to see if that's gonna help to clear a little bit my skin. If you have liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm really trying to upload every single week, so your support as always will mean the world to me. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.